Now this episode of the Miikcast Station will be rather different from others, as this week wasn't too busy with gaming news. However, we got a PlayStation State of Play, which showed games like Kena and even Final Fantasy VII Remake Intergrade, as well as a Pokemon Direct that showed Pokemon Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl, as well as Pokemon Legends Arceus. All that and more on this episode of the Miikcast Station. Hi guys, TPX here of the Miikcast reporting today on the Miikcast Station. Let's get into this. Starting with the PlayStation State of Play, I won't go over everything individually, but I will go through things, maybe group some things together, like how I'm doing right now. The presentation starts off with a reveal of Crash Bandicoot 4 It's About Time, coming to the PS5 with an upgrade. People who bought the game on the PS4 also get the upgrade for free on the PS5, which is, as usual, neat. It will also come out on March 12th. So mark your calendars for that if you're interested. Not only that, we also get a more in-depth look at Returnal, which is supposed to be coming out at the end of April as a big PS5 exclusive. This game definitely seems weird, but it is an interesting concept, as every time you die, the level you are on changes or something. Not a whole lot here, but definitely looks interesting. Then we also get a look at Knockout City, which is that dodgeball game that was revealed back in the Nintendo Direct a week ago. Interesting looking game, but not too much to say here either. Anyways, what do you guys think about Crash 4? How about Returnal? What about Knockout City? Let us know down below. The next thing on the State of Play was a brand new game called Sifu, which seems to be an interesting and intense kung fu brawler, almost like a beat 'em up, not 2D side-scrolling obviously. What else seems interesting is how whenever you die, you seem to come back as a different person, or maybe you aged up or something, I don't know, but this is definitely an interesting looking game we have here, and is going to be coming out on PC, PS4, and PS5 this fall. After Sifu, we got a closer look at Solar Ash, which was revealed back at the PS5 event in June of last year, and is being done by the same people behind Hyper Light Drifter, which was a very neat game. Solar Ash almost seems to be like if Hyper Light Drifter was a 3D platformer. Solar Ash will be coming out on PC, PS4, and PS5 later this year. What do you guys think about Solar Ash? How about Sifu? Five Nights at Freddy's. I thought this series was dead, but it turns out after getting, what, like 5 entries in the span of like a year, it's not over for Freddy. And in fact, Five Nights at Freddy's Security Breach is a thing that will actually be coming to PS5 later this year on PS5, yeah I said that, but also PC and PS4. I kind of wrote that twice, I don't know why I did that. We got a reveal of the gameplay for this game, and I'm not gonna lie, it actually does look rather nice, as it seems to run well and actually visually looks really good. But I'm not quite entirely sure why Sony likes to give this game much spotlight, which would make the game, I mean, had it not gotten much spotlight, it's Five Nights at Freddy's, it would otherwise be like shovelware. Like, yeah, this is just a State of Play, they can really show whatever they want. It's not like we're building towards the PS5, it's already out, but during the PS5 showcase back in September, they showed this game and revealed it and gave it spotlight and everything. So maybe it's actually going to blow everyone away, and maybe I'm just being too pessimistic. I don't know. What do you guys think about Five Nights at Freddy's Security Breach? Am I being too cynical here? Leave a comment down below. Two other things shown in the State of Play that will knock out in this one segment. After FNAF, they showed a lot more of Oddworld Soulstorm. Now, the Oddworld games were always interesting to me, being sort of like a cinematic platformer or 2.5D, but I'm not too familiar with the games, so I don't have a whole lot to say about Oddworld Soulstorm. However, it is coming out on April 6th for the PC, PS4, and PS5. And the game actually does look pretty solid and actually looks a lot of fun. I'm not sure if I want to play it though. Later on, we get a new trailer for Deathloop. This trailer didn't seem to really reveal a whole lot of new stuff. Maybe I missed something. And I was already quite excited for this game. I kind of feel like the only one who is. Many people who have given their thoughts in this game don't seem quite excited. So for me, we just got a cool little trailer. Deathloop will be coming out on PS5 on May 21st, but that's already been known. What do you guys think about Deathloop? How about Oddworld Soulstorm? Leave a comment down below. One of the biggest and most exciting games shown at the State of Play was Kena Bridge of Spirits. It was first revealed in the June PS5 showcase, and it got many people, much like myself, interested. I wanted to see a little more. I wasn't completely won over, but still kinda intrigued. We got a release date now of August 24th, and it will be coming to PC, PS4, and PS5. Are you noticing something here? Kena Bridge of Spirits seems to be an open-world action-adventure game with elements from games like Breath of the Wild and Horizon Zero Dawn, amongst others, with an aesthetic that looks like if Pixar made games instead of movies. And you know, I'm kinda about that. The gameplay looks smooth and nice, and the bosses and enemies seem fun too. Plus, just the visuals just look awesome. What do you guys think about Kena Bridge of Spirits? I know a lot of people are looking forward to this game, so are you? Leave a comment down below. Last, but certainly not least, that was in the State of Play, as I think this might have been the most exciting announcement in the State of Play, and that is Final Fantasy VII Remake Intergrade. Pretty much, Final Fantasy VII Remake, which was a fantastic game, by the way, and little side fact, it's coming for free to PS Plus in March, so if you haven't played it, now's your chance, is now coming to the PS5 with a next-gen upgrade, along with a new chapter with all new characters that I don't think have ever been in a Final Fantasy game before. I think they are just completely new characters too. I could be wrong, but yeah. And the story, I thought was really good in the game, with a nice twist at the end, so this is expanding upon that without, you know, giving us part 2 yet. So I think that's really cool. Not to mention, the PS5 graphical upgrade just looks great, and seems to look and run really smooth too, and people who got Final Fantasy VII Remake on the PS4 get this for free. It did specify that if you got it on the disc, and you just put your disc in your PS5, you get this for free. It didn't say anything about digital. That's why I don't usually get digital, but very rarely do I. And I did end up getting Final Fantasy VII Remake digitally, so I hope I can still get this on the PS5, because this looks fun. What do you guys think about Final Fantasy VII Remake Intergrade? So if you want to hear my thoughts on the State of Play, I thought what they showed definitely looked interesting, but they didn't really show too much to get me necessarily excited for a PS5. Like, sure, Final Fantasy VII Remake Intergrade looks cool, but that's sort of an expansion of a game on the PS4. Kena looks fantastic, but that's also coming to PS4 as well as PC. Many of the other games I already knew about and was pretty excited for, like Deathloop, and then they had stuff like fucking Five Nights at Freddy's, so I don't know, it's definitely a lackluster State of Play, but not a terrible one by any means. What did you guys think about the State of Play as a whole? Before we get to the Pokemon Presents, a big update on CD Projekt Red's hack has come out. If you don't know, a few weeks back, CD Projekt Red, the company behind games like The Witcher 3 and Cyberpunk, of course, got hacked, and the source code for Cyberpunk got stolen and auctioned off on the dark web. That sounds like the plot of a horror movie, but trust me, it is true. Well, now CD Projekt Red can't give the game another update because of the hackers. I get CD Projekt Red did a shitty thing with Cyberpunk, but I don't think they deserve this. Like, they have to delay the update that they promised for this month because the hackers, you know, stole the source code and auctioned it off on the dark web. Hackers are honestly probably up there with the worst kinds of people in the world, and this delays getting the game we were promised. What do you guys think about this, though? Next up is the Pokemon Presents, and it starts off with a brand new trailer for new Pokemon Snap. This trailer was pretty cool, and the game looks like a lot of fun. Pokemon Snap on the Nintendo 64 was a very solid game in and of itself, so it is definitely hella exciting to see that we are getting a sequel later in April. This trailer showed a bit more of the game and went more in depth, but didn't show too much we didn't already know. However, I'm still excited for new Pokemon Snap. What do you guys think about new Pokemon Snap? The next big thing in the Pokemon Presents was definitely expected, but I'm sure it was exciting for many people. If you have been keeping track of each Pokemon remake and each gen it remade, up next is Diamond and Pearl for the DS, and we are getting Pokemon Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl later this year. I've never gotten too into the Pokemon games, to be honest. I really enjoy Pokemon Snap, which is why you hear me more excited for that one. So I'm not necessarily excited for this one, but I'm sure many of you guys are. There have been some criticism for the designs of the characters, like they look like chibi characters, if you know what I mean. And they do look kind of dumb and out of place, but what do you guys think about Pokemon Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl? Last but certainly not least, as this was definitely the most intriguing in the whole Presents, and that was the announcement of Pokemon Legends Arceus. This seems to be something very interesting and something many fans have wanted, as it is an open world Pokemon game set in Sinnoh, which is, of course, when Diamond and Pearl take place. There wasn't too much shown here, but an open world Pokemon RPG is hella intriguing, but we won't be seeing it till 2022. What do you guys think about Pokemon Legends Arceus? So to give my final thoughts on the Pokemon Presents, coming from someone who's not that much of a Pokemon fan, I mean, I could name you a lot of the Pokemon, and I really like the spin-offs like Snap. From what I've seen from many people, it's mixed. Some people really like this, some people hated it, others just, well. I will say that with Pokemon games just in general, they seem similar. Game Freak needs to do something different, and they seem to be doing something different with Pokemon Legends Arceus, but Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl seems to be the same shit that they do all the time. I'm hella excited for new Pokemon Snap, and we'll definitely get that game, unless, you know, something happens, but I'm looking at that game. What do you guys think about the Pokemon Presents as a whole? Anyways, that will do it for this edition of the Miikcast Station. This is DPX of the Miikcast signing off. Have a good one.